Alright guys, we're back for another Dokkan battle video. So, today I want to go through the brand new FRIEZA story event, the FRIEZA Saga story event that is live here on JB Dokkan. There is 12 stages, so I want to get into it very quickly here. Of the notable things, there's a second form Frieza we can farm up, medals to awaken him, then there's also the free orbs to rainbow that second form Frieza, and then in stage 11 we get this new King Kai support item. The King Kai support item is utilized to lower the Super Saiyan Rage Goku boss event, the Dokkan event. You use that to lower his rage meter, because he works similarly to the way Tech Beerus does. I think I'll probably just use like an SDR Broly team just like this to just go through it. One thing that happens in Dokkan after World Tournaments is, like, a lot of people just, like, kind of leave LR Broly as their friend supporter for a week or two. So, you know, right now, it'll be difficult to find certain rare leads. Like, you know, Android 17 is going to be super, super rare right now. I think Metal Cooler will probably be kind of hard to find right now. SDR Super Boo, you know, those types of leaders, even more so than usual, will be incredibly difficult to find. Alright, so the last story event that we had, like, kind of going through Dragon Ball Z, right, was the Ginyu Force kind of saga, like that part of the Namek arc. We got that during the 250 million download celebration, and in that we were able to get the free Piccolo. What's weird to me is that, like, you know, this moment right here, that's the Piccolo that we got, basically, that to farm for free from the 250 million download celebration, even though he's more so here in, you know, this arc right here, this saga, you know. Kind of odd, but whatever. You know, at least that Piccolo is here in Dokkan. He's, you know, pretty solid. Good for the Planet Namek Saga team. Now, there is still a lot they do need to do for, like, the Namek Saga, right? Like, we finally do have a real Namek Saga category leader unit in our boy Super Saiyan Goku, right? Well, I mean, really, we could say he is a base form Goku. See, that's the thing, right? So, in the Namek Saga, we have the new base form Goku, who is incredible, right? The leader to use for the team. Then there's the physical Kaioken Goku, who is also incredible. Definitely, you know, use him. He links up fantastically with the new Super Saiyan Goku. They share almost the entire same link set before Goku transforms. Once he transforms, they share a few less links, but still, you know, the most important ones. So they do work incredibly well together. But then, for actual Super Saiyan Goku, there's two notable ones that I know of. There's the Tech World Tournament one, who is an okay support type unit, but I don't think he gives key. I think it's just like 25% to attack and defense or something along those lines. So certainly not a unit that you would run. Like, you would not rock that Goku really whatsoever, right? So, well, I might not actually have an STR team built up now that I think about it. We'll probably have to build one real quick. Oh, okay, we're going good. But that Tech Goku, Super Saiyan Goku, is not the best, right? Not a good enough support type unit for it to really work. Then there's also the SCR, like, you know, Namek being destroyed Super Saiyan Goku, who is also a very underwhelming card. It's very disappointing because, you know, that is such a cool moment. You know, like when Namek blows up and stuff like that. That's kind of the Goku that's in the card art, right? And he, you know, he just, his Dokkan Awakening wasn't as good as it could have been, and he has just aged very, very badly. So he is definitely not a unit I would really recommend that people would run, man. I just don't think that would be a good idea. So really, we're left with a hole, right? Like, they could drop an LR Super Saiyan Goku, because, like, I'm seeing in the community right now, a lot of us are expecting an LR in part 2 of the celebration, especially since in May they did not really release new units or a new summon banner or anything like that. It's like the very last day of May there was a new Goku, but before that there was nothing else. So there definitely will be another banner, I would say. On this new banner, I think probably an LR would make the most sense to me. We're gonna get a new LR, and I'm leaning towards LR Full Power Frieza, because we're gonna get to it in a second. But there's a lot of new art for full power Frieza. Number one, there is art that has been around for a long time in story events, right? I think when going through this actual event right here, we will eventually see it as we're going forward, right? There is, full power Frieza art that was never used. Then there's new full power Frieza art on like the actual event banner, right? Like the picture for the story event. That's new full power Frieza art. And then there's even another full power Frieza that's not used, who is the boss of stage 11 in this story event. So like they have all of these full power Frieza arts, and full power Frieza is a unit that has not come out since basically the first year anniversary. After the first year anniversary, full power Frieza was the very first Dokkan Fest released. Now on global, it worked differently. On global, full power Frieza released before SCR Gogeta, but on JP, SCR Gogeta came out before full power Frieza. So you know, definitely keep that in mind. But that's how long it's been since we've gotten a full power Frieza card, right? So like we really, really badly could use one. Also though, like a summonable LR Super Saiyan Goku, I don't think would be the worst idea, because again, he would not replace the new Dokkan Fest Goku that just came out. You'd be able to use them alongside each other. And like if you think about it, like, yeah, man, even more so than LR Full Power Frieza and LR Super Saiyan Goku does make a lot of sense right now, because he would be on both the Planet Namek category and he would also be on the Super Saiyan category. So, you know, oftentimes they do like buffing the new teams that come out with LRs, right? They don't always do it. Like, for whatever reason, they did not do it for the Wicked Bloodline team, which really needed it more so than any other team, and they still didn't do it. You know, they did it for Universe 6 with Kale and Caulifla. It's just a common practice, right, that they'll release an LR for the new category. So I think either an LR Super Saiyan Goku or an LR Full Power Frieza is likely to arrive with the celebration. I mean, I suppose, you know, we could get maybe like a Gohan and Krillin armor card that would be LR, but that feels like it feels like a free-to-play LR to me. Like I feel like they could drop that as a free-to-play LR. I don't think we would see that as a summonable LR, right? But like, I think an LR Super Saiyan Goku would be awesome, even though it would replace the tech, you know, free-to-play LR Super Saiyan Goku. It's like, at this point, he is, you know, he came out only a few months after the first year anniversary just as well. So I don't think it would really be so much of an issue. Oh, okay, we'll use the Fusion theme right here. Sure. I'll just use whatever I used to clear it last time. So Fusion, boom, let's go ahead and jump in. So, all right. So that LR is coming out. I can't wait, because I would almost guarantee as well, too, that there is going to be an LR. This also brings us to third form Frieza, right? And the Planet Namek category in general. There is so much on the Planet Namek category that just has not been utilized at all. Like, they have a lot that they could still add. Number one, we need a Nail card. Nail, like, really had a big role in the Namek arc, in stalling Frieza long enough for Gohan and Krillin to make a wish to the Dragon Balls and stuff, right? Like, had they not made their wish to the Dragon Balls, like, the fighters on Namek would not have been saved, right? It's likely that when Namek would have blown up, you know, Gohan, Krillin, Krillin was already dead, but Gohan would have probably died, you know, Bulma would have died on Namek if they were not able to get to the Dragon Balls, like, before Guru passed away, right? So, like, you know, Nail did a real good service stalling Frieza. I think he's worthy of a very powerful TUR card. Like, they could just make him a banner card. Quite honestly, I feel like just a banner card Nail that has, like, attack and defense 130%, and then maybe he recovers, like, you know, 5 to 10% HP at the start of turn. That seems, oh, that's so strong. But it's like, dude, in nowadays era of Dokkan, like, that would make Nail a tremendous unit, but it's not like he would be dumb OP, right? Because what they'll do with certain banner cards, too, they'll give them very high percentages on their passive, but their stats won't be that high, right? So, like, if you give Nail 130% attack and defense, but only gave him, like, 13,000 attack, you know, he would be in range of what a lot of typical units would be able to do. But, like, a Nail unit especially, dude, would be so important, because we're talking about then a unit who would be good on the Namek category, which is the worst category in the game, and badly. The Namek category, like, it's a joke. Like, they really need to do a lot to that. Like, there's a couple things they could do with the Namek category. I think one of the big ones that they could do is giving, so, like, there's Goku and Piccolo Jr. fight in the 23rd World Tournament at the end of Dragon Ball, right? If they would bring out, a dual Dokkan Fest of those two, I don't know if they would, because that Goku would have the same name as this Goku right here, but they certainly could do either an LR or a Dokkan Fest of, Demon Jr., Piccolo Jr., Ma Jr., from the 23rd World Tournament. Like, there already is a card of him called Piccolo Jr., right? So he has a different name than Piccolo. So we could get that card as, like, a Dokkan Fest exclusive. He could be, like, a new proper you know what that Piccolo could be? He could be like a dual 170% leader for World Tournament and Namekian. Like, that, right now, that team would be very weak, even a dual leader skill like that, but still, like, that would give both of those teams, like, a proper leader skill, which I do think they should do, right? Low Class Warrior is another one that I would like to see them give proper leader skills to. Even Peppy Gals, although, here's the thing, Peppy Gals, like, low-key, it's just like Dragon Ball Legends, right? I think Peppy Gals would be, like, very, very disgusting if they had a 150% or above leader skill, because they have the best unit in the game on the team. Then you have units like Tech Khalifa and SCR Kale, very, very powerful top-tier units that are also on that category team, right? So, like, they're going to be very, very impressive. And then, you go down the line of all those waifu awakenings and how just overall good and strong they were. And I really just think that Peppy Gal team would be really, really good. I would have a lot of fun running that team, honestly, if we would get a leader at some point. And even like Kefla's on there. Like, it's a lot of very good sort of Peppy Gal units. Now, what just reminded me too, Dende, right? Because we've seen glimpses of Dende. Another Dende from this arc really badly needs to be introduced. He could very easily be like, I don't know, like a 40% support for Namekian and Planet Namek Saga or something along those lines. I think that would work very good, because then we would have that Dende. He could work well on this SCR Goku team, but then he also would be able to work well on the Namekian category, right? Give that team a further buff, which it just badly needs at this point. So right there's two Namekians. They still could do Guru, Super Kami Guru. They could go ahead and toss him in as some sort of support type unit. I don't know, like, he's only ever, like, stationary on his seat, though, really. I mean, outside of when he's transported to Earth. So I doubt they would make a card for Guru, but, they could, right? Like, that certainly would be another unit we would have. Maybe, like, a Nail and Guru. So, like, maybe, like, Nail would do the attacks, for Guru or something like that. Like that could make sense. Kind of like Gowasu and Zamasu, right? Because, like, in the Gowasu and Zamasu card, it's really more of Zamasu that's actually doing the attacking. Although on the SSR Gowasu, he is doing the attacking himself, right? So we have those units. I feel like I would not be upset if they released, like, a new banner with, like, TURs of every single Ginyu Force member. I know we do have the free-to-play Ginyu Force members, but, like, a lot of them are actually, they're starting to age quite a bit. See, in this new era of Dokkan, like, a lot of units are just so OP that, like, it's like they have to do updates for a lot of these units. And then, like, think of, like, how good the super attack animations look now compared to the way they used to look. And, like, I definitely do want updates for many of the old units that have, come out and, since could be released. We also do have Zarbon and Dodoria, who don't even have an SSR in the game. Like, Zarbon very easily could be, like, an interesting transformation character. Zarbon was not the worst character, and same with Dodoria. Like, Dodoria could be a character that they could give something to. Only thing is, they did make the category, like, the Wicked Bloodline, right? I suppose they could do a Frieza Force category as well. Maybe include, like, Vegeta from the Saiyan saga in that. Zarbon, Dodoria. I feel like they could they might be able to include Cooler and his Armored Squadron. I don't know, like, if they would. But, like, all the Ginyu Force members, they could give us, like, a summonable version of Kui. Kui is another character. There's so many different Frieza soldiers. that have been around. And then, of course, like, you know, every single version of Frieza would obviously be in a Frieza Force category. So I do think that actually could work. And that would, you know, be a little bit of extra sort of like category teams for some of these units, right? I actually, the more I think about it, I do really like a Frieza Force category, because, you know, there is the Frieza Force tag over in Dragon Ball Legends, right? So I do think that would be sustainable in Dokkan as well. Another, like, there's just so many unutilized units in both, well, okay, I was going to say in both the Saiyan and Namek sagas, but, like, really, you know, we could say still all the way up to Super Saiyan 2 Gohan vs. Cell, there's just so many underutilized characters, right? Like, you know, Buu Saga is mostly filled up. We definitely could use, like, an LR Ultimate Gohan. Upgrades for a lot of the Buus, I think, would still be fine. You know, better Gotenks cards also would be good. But, like, there's just so many different options for the Buu Saga, right? But, you know, you look at the Saiyan Saga, no really good Raditz. I mean, at least we have an SSR Raditz, but still, there's no good Raditz, right? There's not really a good Nappa. There is a good Saiyan Saga Vegeta, the physical one, from the 3-year anniversary, who awakens with the 4-year anniversary. He is exquisite. He is a fantastic unit for sure. But I do also think that Vegeta is worthy of a Dokkan Fest exclusive. Or, you know, potentially we could get an LR Vegeta and Nappa from the beginning of the Saiyan Saga as well. I think that would work out really, really strong. But, like, think of all those characters in the Saiyan Saga, right? Like, you know, we don't really have a Goku and Piccolo from the fight versus Raditz. You know, that could almost be an LR. Like, I feel like Goku that would pin down Raditz, and then Piccolo does a special beam cannon. Like, again, that's an LR worthy moment. Like, there's a lot that could be added to the Saiyan Saga. The Saiyan Saga could become a very what's the word I would use? Like, I don't know if I want to use strong, but it could become a very solid, you know, category saga. Like, it would be very easy to do, you know, just add a couple of new units. I guess they would probably, there is the Tech Kaioken Goku from the Saiyan Saga. He is really good too, but again, like, they could do a Dokkan Fest Kaioken Goku, right? I actually think that wouldn't be the worst idea. Dokkan Fest Kaioken Goku, and then also like a Vegeta from that same arc, like that would work. That stuff would really work. Actually, now that I think about it, here, we'll just bring a transforming Goku friend. I would really like that. And then there's still just a lot of other stuff, like Cyberman, right? Like, we only really have like the N card Cybermen, or are they a rare? I think there's a rare Cyberman. And then there is also the whatchamacallit, the SSR April Fool's card, but, like, you know, they could give us an SSR Cyberman. Like, so many different cards need to be fleshed out, right? Just from, like, all these early moments of Dragon Ball Z, because, like, a lot of those characters were added when Dokkan was first made, but, like, what cards are relevant from when Dokkan first came out? Like, all the Dokkan Fest exclusives are, sure, so, like, Super Saiyan 3 Angel Goku, or, no, excuse me, the, Super Saiyan 3 Goku, the AGL Goku, not Angel, but AGL Goku, like, you know, Physical Kid Buu, SCR Legendary Super Saiyan Broly, like, the first Dokkan Fest exclusives, they're all pretty good, because they got easy A's. You know, Int Cell is one of the first TUR units in the game. He is still quite good also, so, like, all of those units are still solid, but, like, just normal sort of TURs from back in the day that have not gotten easy A's or anything of the nature are just not really that strong. And by the way, Super Vegito, be on the lookout for this man's easy A. It is coming. This man is going to get his easy A, and it is going to be lights out. Everyone is just very, very excited to see what Super Vegito's easy A is going to look like. At this point, like, we know Buhan is about to get his easy A. I still think, look at all the new art too, like some of these like shots of Goku and stuff like that. That Piccolo, the Piccolo with like his outfit completely obliterated after he loses the third form Frieza, that's another Piccolo that could be added into the game. Because, like, you know, the other mistake they've made with Piccolo, you know, we've all talked about this, is how they did not give him a different name. Like, so easily they could have a Piccolo with Nail absorbed, right? I understand why the AGL Piccolo they gave us is not named Piccolo Nail Absorbed, because he starts out as normal Piccolo, then they absorb Nail with the fusion mechanic, right? But we could get a Nail Absorbed Piccolo. There's no reason for them not to do that. Then we could also potentially get a, whatchamacallit, Kami Absorbed one. Okay, let's see. This is just the, let me just grab a random team. I don't know. We'll grab UI Goku. Do I have a Realm of Gods team built? That sort of would work. Whatever. Well, we'll just do this right here. It doesn't matter. It's a story event, right? Like we'll be able to absolutely just thrash it like that. But yeah, you guys get what I'm saying. There's still so many options with Dokkan. Like I'm like excited for the future of Dokkan, because you see the quality of these new units that come out, the new animations and everything. There's this new Frieza right here as well, who's going to be a very, very good unit. That Frieza is an AoE. I can't wait. Like, we just had... See, one thing I guess is a bit annoying about JP is we just had a world tournament. Then as soon as the world tournament is done, yep, there he is right there. As soon as the world tournament is done, they give us 2 really exciting AoE type units, like that I really badly want to test out in the world tournament, but we're not going to get a chance to do that for like practically, you know, what, like months probably. And also, I did mention it. Ooh, the art for Goku looks so good. I think I want to try running a team in the next world tournament. I'm actually going to use the second form Frieza that, you know, we farmed from this event. I'm going to use him as the leader. Now, I know it's only a 77% buff from leader skill, but, you know, especially if you've got a couple of dupes in a lot of your units, I do think it is going to work very well to run, like, second form Frieza, this final form Frieza, LR Cell, Dragon Ball Super Broly. All of those units together, I think, are going to make an outstanding world tournament team. And no, that would be a team that would not be using LR Broly, the SCR LR Broly, who... even right now, I would say is for sure still the best world tournament unit. I think that LR Broly is the fact that he has the 2 guaranteed super attacks. That's what puts him over the edge, right? Because like LR Cell has an AoE super attack, and he gets key quite easily when facing multiple enemies. But the issue with him is that he does not super attack twice the same way LR Broly does. That's the reason that LR Broly, not only is he the best, world tournament unit, but he probably will remain the best world tournament unit for quite a while. Like, they would have to release an AoE unit that has multiple super attacks, multiple guaranteed supers, and then at that point, that unit could definitely replace LR Broly, but, I don't know how common that is. Well, I guess, here's one, complaint I would have with this story event. They really gave us 12 stages? And, like, we do have the medals to awaken, Frieza and a lot of these units. But, like, there's so many stages. They could have given us farmable units, man. Like, why not give us a farmable second form Frieza and a farmable third form Frieza? Because right now, we have several good first form Frieza cards. We have, LR Frieza, and we also have Transforming Frieza. We have now an amazing second form Frieza card in this AoE World Tournament EZA one. And then also at the same time, as you guys can see, this is the stage to grind up the orbs for second form Frieza. They made it so consolidated, right? Like, you just pick which path you want to go to, then you immediately hop on a little Nimbus, and then it just takes you right to the boss. Like, there's not any messing around at all. You just go right to the boss and start fighting him. I think this might be the stage with the new Frieza as well. It's either this one or the next one. Let me see. Is this the stage with the new Frieza? Or is this still a fight with Final Form Frieza? Oh, yeah, look. Oh, yeah, okay, so there's Full Power Frieza. But, like, oh, that even reminds me, like, they could give us an Angel Yamcha. There's Angel Yamcha from the Namek saga. There's an Angel Yamcha from the Kid Buu saga. We could get, Angel Piccolo. Yeah, Angel Piccolo. That's another unit that they could add to the Namekian category, which has so few units, right? Boom. Easy. Angel Piccolo. They can make him really, really strong, because there's that Piccolo. I think it's filler only. It might be in the manga. I don't remember. But Piccolo fights Tien, Chaozu, and Yamcha. That could be added to the game. Angel Piccolo, boom. Planet Namek category support, and Namekian category support. That, by the way, that full power Frieza art, that's some of the art I was talking about. That art, which has not been shown. Like, you know, they've had that in there since, like, it was like a little, I think right around when AGL Super Vegito first came out, there was a story event. It was to celebrate, I believe, the 30th anniversary of the Dragon Ball anime, I believe. And then that, it kind of goes through a bunch of different moments, key moments throughout the history of Dragon Ball, right? And in that story event, that was where they had the, whatchamacallit, that art of Full Power Frieza, right? They also had that art of what eventually became Dokkan Fest Kid Goku, right? That has been in the game since year 1. So, like, you know, these things have been around for this long, and they're finally getting around to using them, right? Like, Dragon Ball, just, there's so many movies, so many different things. Like, you know, we could eventually get, like, a Hachiyak Dokkan Fest exclusive. You know, okay, so when I was talking, too, about how, like, you know, from before Super Saiyan 2 Gohan vs. Cell, still a lot of stuff has not really been implemented properly. The Garlic Jr. Saga. Okay, there is the new art, by the way. That's the one. So this art of Frieza right here, I would love to see this become like LR final form, or LR full power Frieza. I think this is definitely a moment worthy of an LR right here. And he, you know, that would be a pretty badass card to add. Oh, actually, that would really work too, because we never did get that summonable LR for the Wicked Bloodline team. Boom. There we go. That, you know, that satisfies that need. So I think I would prefer LR Full Power Frieza over LR Super Saiyan Goku. Even though I would say this, the physical Full Power Frieza card in Dokkan right now is probably better than every Super Saiyan Goku card. I think I like physical Full Power Frieza better than transforming Goku, I think. And then, you know, obviously, like, LR Super Saiyan Goku is too old. He's not that good. There is also, like, the Family Kamehameha Super Saiyan Goku, who's good, but he's definitely not near the level of Physical Full Power Frieza. Physical Full Power Frieza is a rare, strong unit. And then here's the new support item, by the way. You know, think of that King Kai support item, kind of like the Tapion Flute, right? That's sort of the same thing. And then here we are finally on the last stage. Oh boy, this video is going to be like 30 minutes long. I like to do these videos right here, where I record the whole story event, though. Because, like, this is back to when I only played Global and I did not play JP, right? Back then, like, I would love watching, you know, Nano, Rhyme, you know, Gaming Claw, Talon, D-Free. I'd love to watch all these guys, you know, do videos and all the new stuff on JP that's not yet on Global, right? You know, because I'm kind of like, it's like, yeah, I'm on Global, but, you know, here's the stuff that eventually is coming to JP, so it's still fun to watch those events be played, right? Like, I remember just one that comes to mind, when the Physical Final Form Cooler event first arrived. I remember watching Talon's video, taking down that Physical Final Form Cooler Dokkan event, and Talon remarking just how utterly easy it was with the new Super Saiyan 4s at the time, right? So, like, you know, back then I loved watching all the events, and one thing no one ever did, like, nobody recorded, like, the whole story event. So, like, you know, once I really started to make content on everything related to Dokkan, I wanted to do that, because I was thinking, you know, if at one time I wanted to see that, I know there's at least someone else out there that would want to see, you know, what the story event looks like, right? So that's the reason I'm kind of going through it right now, even though most of these stages are worthless, right? You only really need to worry about the stage that Frieza drops on, the stage that the medals drop on, the stage with Frieza's orbs, and then the stage with the King Kai support item. The rest of the stages are, you know, more or less pointless. That is the Frieza art I've been talking about, by the way. And then that Super Saiyan Goku right there, that's a global exclusive right now. I would like to see even those cards be added to Global and JP. So, Global would get Pink Shirt Vegeta and the Physical Final Form Frieza. And then JP would get the Yamcha and then this Super Saiyan Goku. I just don't like exclusives on either version, right? Like, you know, again, for the 1000th time, one of the big things I want to see, you fool! Love it. One of the big things I want to see is the Heroes cards added to Global. But I think that is going to happen. I do think so. And then boom, there we go. So the Frieza saga has ended. So, like, if they're kind of going in the order of Dragon Ball Z, the next story event they could add is the Garlic Jr. saga. I wonder if what they'll do is they'll release, like, a story event that covers the Garlic Jr. movie and covers the Garlic Jr. saga at the same time. I feel like they could do that, right? Because, like, the Broly story event covers both of the first 2 Broly movies in one story event. So I think we could see that happen for Garlic Jr., like his, you know, story event with both the movie and the actual story event saga. I would like to see that also added. I wonder what those units, would those units fall into like an Android Saga category or a Frieza Arc category? Probably an Android Saga category, right? I guess that's kind of where they would fit, if they would fit at all. So we'll see. But there we go. And then again, this art, dude, there's no way there, because this is the Tech World Tournament Goku. That is this guy right here. There's no way you're telling me that they have all of this art in the game. It's this guy, because we can see his previous Dokkan Awakening. Boom, there he is. There's no way they're releasing like all this new Frieza art, and it's just not going to amount to something, right? Like, I would say with certainty we're going to be seeing probably a new, like, I don't know if he'll be the LR that we're going to get in a couple weeks, which I'm positive we're going to get. But if not, we could definitely see maybe like maybe there'd be a second Dokkan Fest during this event. And, you know, it will be full power Frieza. I would be cool with that. Like, after, you know, 3 weeks or so, boom, they give us the Dokkan Fest full power Frieza upgraded event. I think that would be really spectacular. So, let me know what you guys think of all the stuff I've talked about, all the units they still have to add. Thanks for watching. You know, if you bear with me for the whole full 30 minutes of a story event, I appreciate it. And I'll catch you guys next time.